Hello everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday card reading. I feel like I almost forgot about it today. Like I'm so lost on what day it is with all the holidays and everything. So glad I remembered. Here I am. Not many announcements other than like it's July. Time is flying. So yeah, I just can't believe we're here and into the second half of the year. So if there's anything you're looking for like guidance on or clarity on for either this month or the rest of this year, feel free to, check out energy readings at the link in my bio. Or of course, if you need some like grounding and nervous system work and calming, even though it's like summer, it can bring like a lot of excitement. That can also feel like a lot of anxiety. I know a lot of people have been experiencing like a lot of exhaustion lately, myself included. So if you're just like feeling like disconnected and you want to reconnect and like and get that like felt sense of regulation, which is different than calm, but like in the nervous system, feel free to check out Creating Safety, my course, self-paced, all your like whenever you're ready, go at your own pace, it's all there for you. So feel free to check that out as well. Okay, let's get to our card reading. And yeah, I just take a moment to ground yourself. I set the intention already before then, a clear channel and a clear vessel for you. Decide if you're going to be group A or group B for whatever question or topic you may have. If you also want to set an intention for yourself of how you want to receive these messages and what's meant for you. And then decide if you're going to be group A or group B. Okay? So let's see what we got here. Group A. I love this one. Okay. I am Rama. Where are you being called to journey to? Okay, this is definitely calling for a quiet space, contemplation, connecting with yourself and your soul, and connecting in a way of like not trying to, I know you probably asked a question or wanting some guidance for this, for the card reading or something you might be looking for, but I feel like this is really calling for, there's a lot of water, a lot of fluidity, not asking for a specific question or not asking for a specific topic, but like when you go to connect, just going to connect with like what is meant for me. I mean, I know that's a question, but just like being really open, like what is meant for me today, or I just opened myself up to whatever I need to receive today, and not being too specific of like, oh, I want an answer to this, or oh, I'm looking for guidance on this. It's really more, it's kind of like that thought or that topic is kind of like keeping you small, keeping you too focused, and you really need to like broaden. You really need to open up to possibilities. You really need to open up to different ideas of things that might not necessarily, seem connected to this topic or question, but really like, of course, it's all connected to like different things. So you really just want to open yourself up to just receiving whatever you're meant to receive, connecting in a way that's meant to connect. Maybe you're used to connecting in like a certain way, or you were taught a certain way, or they're like, maybe you have like a specific routine, and this is kind of like asking for you to like open up to something different, trying to find your own way and your own path. Like the things that you've been doing are like great and they like got you here, but it's really more of kind of like opening yourself up to, again, like these different possibilities to find like your own way, or to find a new way, or to just allow yourself to not be so fixated, not be so confined, not be so small, and really open yourself up, because it feels like things are trying to come through or connect, but you're so focused, which sometimes can be a good thing, but for right now it feels like you're like too focused, and you really need to like open it up, and you really need to let go of expectations and judgments and just like allow yourself to see where you're being led. Okay, like allow not necessarily like, oh, I need this answer for this like step-by-step process, not so like logical and not so like in our mind. You really need to like open yourself up to be more expansive, again, with things seeming like they might not connect, but they really do, or they're going to. If that makes sense, if you allow yourself to be open, if you allow yourself to be led to different places or different ways. And you can try just like experimenting, but really just allowing yourself to be more open. Like that's really like the big word, like open, curious, expansive, trying different things, trying a new way to find like your own way. So, you know, it's allowing yourself to be open and allowing yourself to just receive whatever you are meant to receive instead of being so confined is going to lead you to, you know, like where you're feeling called or where that next step might think. Okay. So kind of whatever you asked for this card reading, scratch that and just be open to what comes to you. Okay. In a different way. So that's kind of your message, your topic of letting go of the smallness, confinedness, and staying open. Okay. Group B. Okay, Group B, Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Okay, so let's see. So Group B, it almost feels like you are really somewhat similar but opposite to Group A. It feels like you're almost like trying too hard to figure it out on your own. You're like, I'm connecting, I'm doing my routine, doing all of the things, I'm setting time aside for myself, I'm trying to be open to possibilities, but you're still like very much in your mind, like logically trying to figure it out. And on your own, you're not, I don't want to go down a whole rabbit hole, but there is like a whole thing, you know, like a whole buzzword of like self-healers and things out there now of like self-healing, and like, yes, that's all great and that's all good. And yes, there are like healing parts for you to do on your own and by yourself, but it feels like you've gone almost like too much in that direction right now. And you need to remember that like you're not meant to do everything alone. You're meant to like call on support. You're meant to have support. And this is both in, you know, like the spirit world and the spirit animals, and in our physical world, like calling in different support, whether that's like a friend or family or therapist or mentor, like remembering you don't have to do everything alone, because again, you're feeling like kind of too small, too tethered, too confined by just trying to do it by yourself, right? So remember there is that importance of like things to do on our own and like our own responsibilities, but also this is your card to like seek support or ask for support and ask for guidance and ask for you know, help along your journey. Like again, we're not meant to do it all on our own, and it feels like that kind of might feel like a frustration for you on two parts of like I'm trying to do it on my own. I was meant to do it on my own. Like maybe in the past you've relied too much on other people, so you're really trying to rely on yourself, which is again beautiful in ways, but also do need support at different ways. And also like a frustration of where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, just you just feel like very like frustrated of like, I am taking the time for myself, I am doing these things, like I am kind of like almost like doing what you were told and like doing things like the way you know. And again, that's beautiful and great, but like you also need to expand to help and not stop what you're doing, not lose the practice that you have, but this is more for like enhancement, right? This is more for like guidance to really like expand and grow alongside doing what you're doing for yourself. So there's not the frustration of like, this isn't working, or I'm doing it wrong, or you know, frustration of like, oh, I was told to do more on my own, and now I'm being told to ask for guidance. Is kind of see like reverse of like what you were thinking, but it's not coming to it with a new energy and a new way, and being grateful for the practice that you have and continue that. But calling in more help and more guidance, because again, you're not meant to do it all alone. We do need like connection and support and community. So again, whether that's in the spirit world or in the physical world, but it's time for you to expand, because you're getting too much in your mind right now, too focused, and it's creating too much of like a barrier of like keeping you small. So you also need to expand. Very expansive cards for today, but both like open yourself up to more, open to bigger and more support and other possibilities. And yeah, very exciting though. So I'm excited to see what comes through for you. So let me know what card you chose. Let me know how it resonated. And if you need any help or any questions, feel free to DM me. I'm here for you, and I'll see you next week.